Hello and welcome back, friends. If you're new around here, I'm Big Gator. If you came looking for the sharpest tennis bets, you're right where you belong. Right now we're covering ATP Chengdu and Hangzhou. We're going to only be covering the first four of round two, and then we'll have another video later tomorrow. But get into the comments, let me see what you're playing for what's coming up this evening, for me at least. And keep your eyes peeled for my pinned comment if you'd like to see what I'll be playing as well. We've been doing pretty well. And if you do like the breakdowns of these matches, please give this video a like. It goes a super long way. I appreciate those who do. I do. And if you're feeling generous, there's a link in the pinned comment if you'd like to donate. I also have a link to my Discord. It's free. You can join in there. If you don't know what Discord is, it's a place where you can just talk and see more information. It's like a big chat room. So get yourself involved. It's a free place where we talk more about tennis and bets and all that nature. So if you have any questions, hop in. That being said, what we looking like for today? Any winners? Nah, not me. Not me today. But as first round, that's how it be. I mean, we took Zhou for a set. That was crazy. Couldn't get a set. Got blown out the water by Echeverry. Echeverry was looking good. Can't fake there. And then we also had the Coleman Wong money line against Taro Daniel. What happened? Maybe he was just celebrating after that U.S. Open run or that Cincinnati run out in China. I don't know. But we move on. We're going to only have a few matches, as I said before. And then we'll pop into what's going to be going down for tomorrow and tomorrow evening. All right? So the first match we're going to be popping into is going to be Lorenzo Sonego going against Marcus Giron. And if you guys know me, if you guys are in my Discord, you guys already know. Both of these fellas are on the iffy players list. One of them may be on the do not touch. But what I do keep telling people, and when you do hear me say it, often in most of my videos, when this guy plays, Marcus Giron, and he's playing well, he's hard to beat at this ATP 250 level. He's a contender, bro. He's here. And it very much so looked like he was here when he beat Ethan Quinn 7-5, 6-4. Now, Sonego did go against Juan Manuel Cerundolo. Ended up beating him in 3 sets. I told you that Juan Manuel could get a set off. But I can see more of the same here. Let's see where it's priced at. Well, let's just look at it. Damn it. Even money. Minus 104 for Giron and minus 118 for Sonego. So Giron is actually the favorite. I actually do favor him as well. I actually do think he'll win. I think Sonego is going to get a set for sure. I think it's going to be 2-1 Giron, though. And that would be some smoke, but I can't touch Marcus Giron, bruh. I swear I can, bruh. I swear I cannot get myself to do it, bruh. I'll be rocking with him on DraftKings for my lineup, though. That's how I'll show love. They did have one head-to-head 2 years ago back in France, was it? At Metz in the indoor hard court. Went to a 3-setter with a 3rd set tiebreak going Sonego's way. But as of so far this season, Sonego is 11-11 on the hard courts, going 19-22 this season. He's currently ranked 44. And Marcus Giron is 12-11, going 20-21. That gives them both around a 58% win rate on the hard court for Giron and a 49% win rate for Sonego. This, not just this season, but over their careers, obviously. And then we have Marcus Giron, who's ranked 50. So they're 6 ranks apart. On their best days, they're 16 ranks apart. 21 for Sonego, which was 3 years ago. And then 37 for Giron, which is what we saw, last August. So we can get a good Giron if we can get a good Giron. That's where I'm at with that, with this one. He, as I said, got through Ethan Quinn, lost in the second round in the U.S. Open to Ben Bonzi. and then beat Navone in a 5-setter. Chalk it up to exhaustion, honestly. But Navone, he ended up losing to right before that in Winston-Salem. So, shows some heart there almost immediately. But he was coming off some pretty bad losses. He was on a 4-match losing streak until he got to the U.S. Open. And we'll see. Historically on the hard court, Marcus Giron this season, he has not gone... Okay. First 2 tournaments of the year, in Adelaide and in the Australian Open, he made it past the second round. But we rarely see it from him. We do rarely see that from him. On a hard court, this season, we have not seen him push through that far. Now, Sonego did make it all the way to the quarterfinals at the Australian Open. That was the Australian Open. So, that was back in January. It's been some time since then. He himself also has only been able to more or less be just as good. So, I can kind of see this going to a 3-setter, if anything. And the 3-setter is priced at plus 124. I like it. We'll move on. Next, we have Alejandro Tabilo going against Luciano Darderi. And, man, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, I fuck with Darderi, bro. I fuck with Darderi. I really do. I think Buddy is good. But anyway, this is going to be their 5th head-to-head, crazy enough. They play each other mostly on the clay, but they played twice last year and twice the year before. It's been going back and forth. Tabilo won the first one in straights and a challenger level. And then in Lima on the clay, Darderi 1 and 3. Santiago, Tabilo 1 in straights back in March of last year. And then August of last year in Cincinnati, Darderi 1 in straights, 6-3, 6-7. So on the hard court, I do trust Darderi a bit more, even though the dude, like, it's like, how many titles has this dude picked up? He's had a great season. He went to, Bostad, got on the clay. He's been doing all of his titles on the clay, though. That's the only thing that kind of, like, has me a bit worried. But he's been playing well. He's been playing well. He's been playing well on the hard courts, bro. Say what you want. But Tabilo just came off of going to the final in a challenger. And he's been playing pretty well through qualies. Got rid of Jordan Thompson in straights. I don't know if we saw that coming. I kind of felt like he was going to get the win there. But, yeah, I mean, he's 11-10 on the hard courts this season, Tabilo. 17-17 so far. Darderi's only 4-8, but you can't let that fool you, bro, with the way this guy plays. He's also 36-23 this season, so if the dude just doesn't touch grass surfaces, it'd look a lot better. But he's got a 50% win rate on the hard courts. Tabilo has around a 58%. Looking at what the books say, if you let them tell you what they think, Tabilo is the favorite at minus 150. Darderi is plus 126 at the dog. The spread is at 1.5. I would like to alt it to 4.5 if it's worth anything. 5.5 is minus 650. I would take the plus 5.5, but it's not really worth much. The plus 3.5 also is minus 210, but I can see Tabilo getting over 12.5 games. I can see him being pushed by Darderi in this one for sure. Definitely could see that. I could see their first sets. Let's see how their first sets have been looking. 6-1. God damn. Well, that was on the clay. Darderi hasn't played on the clay since played on the hard court. He doesn't play too often on it, but he warmed up for the U.S. Open in Winston-Salem. He looked good. He honestly looked good until he went to catch Kecmanovic. But that match against McDonald, I was like, wait a minute, dude. A few more months on the hard courts and you're going to be a contender for sure. From what I saw with my own eyes, I was like, this dude is good on a hard court. His game translates well off of the clay to it. So Tabilo, being a lefty, it doesn't seem to be much of a problem for Darderi, but Tabilo is in better form on a hard court right now, I'd say. He's had way more reps on them. This guy, we had him he went back to Italy from New York just to go win a challenger on the clay. And now he's in China playing on a hard court. A week and a half later. I don't know. It's just something to think about. I would love to think that Darderi can cause an upset here, but I do think Tabilo is a bit more polished right now on a hard court. And they're playing in Chengdu. Chengdu, it's a little bit rainier over there, right? So the ball's going to be moving a little bit slower. Darderi is a ball striker, so that doesn't really work too well if the ball's getting slowed down. But he plays on clay, so he's kind of used to a slower ball movement. So it'll be interesting to see for sure. But my brain is saying Tabilo. My heart is saying Darderi. My track record with my brain is usually right, though, so I don't want to jinx it. So I won't. Anyway, we'll move on. Excuse me. Only got 2 more left. Next, we have Zhou going against Christopher O'Connell. And boy, oh boy, did you see that man Zhou play Cam Norrie? Dude, who is this guy? Bro had 22 aces. A 73% first serve percentage against Cam Norrie, bro. He said, fuck your left hand. Check out what this right hand got for you. Some heat. On me. Bro, stop playing with him. He's nice. Ranked 304. Zhou. Got rid of Cam Norrie in 2 tie breaks. 1 in the first and 1 in the third. Crazy. So then we have O'Connell who was going against Canton Elise. Told you he was probably going to end up on top on that one. He did come off of retirement. Looked pretty good though. I feel like he'd be playing long matches. And this could be also a long one too. Both of these guys had a tie break in their last match. If anything, bro, I might be taking the aces on Zhou, man. What was that return looking like on Chris O'Connell last match? %32. Same with Zhou. Okay. Only difference is that first serve is just out of this world. and he's Chinese in China. He's going to have that backing. And he's 11 years younger. This boy's 20 years old, smacking the hell out the ball like this, bro. What? I did not know he was 20. Go the fuck head. Well, the price for this young man is plus 170. Chris O'Connell is a minus 210 favorite. Am I crazy if I want to take the kid for a set? Be so for real with me. Is Cam Norrie just not who he used to be? Or does he only just play up for majors now? Like he's one of them. Is he in that category? Is he like, I only really play up now if it's a major? For the big money? I don't know. It's hard for me to say there. But I think Zhou can cover a spread, if anything. He for damn sure did against Cam Norrie, so Chris O'Connell being ranked 103 compared to Cam Norrie being ranked what? God damn it. $34? Yeah, come on. He's 70 ranks below the guy he just beat. He's got to be good for a set. And if there's a spread, okay, this is what we can do for sure. Okay. Okay, we might be able to cook with this. The plus 4.5 game spread on Zhou. I'm kind of fucking with it. It's minus 300. It's more of a parlay piece, but I do like it. I think them aces going to keep that brother in the match. If he can keep them aces together, keep that serve up, I think he can win the match for real. But this will cover a bit of the basis if he does end up losing. He isn't the favorite to win, but he should be, given the circumstances and who he is and where he's playing. He should be a little bit less of a dog in my eyes, but what can you say? Just looking at their current performances so far. Chris O'Connell's 17-12. Zhou is 18-20. And most of them have been at a challenger level and below. But coming into the first round, probably as a wild card, and beating Cam Norrie, ranked 34, that's your first ATP win? Is it? Maybe? Definitely his first main draw win. Yeah, that was his first real main draw win, because the one he had in Chengdu last year was a retirement from Chun Sin. So yeah, he won, but this was his first true defeat over somebody. So good for him, and it was Cam Norrie. That's way better of a person to beat in 3 sets than Shang, at least rank-wise. So, I have high hopes for Zhou. I was impressed by what I saw there. Maybe I'm a bit spoiled not spoiled, but maybe I'm looking too hard and a bit too impressed too soon. But I guess we'll see. We'll have to see. And last but not least, our very last match is going to be a special one. It's going to be our boy Jerry Shang going against Brandon Nakashima. Now, we have B-Knock, who... B-Knock and Shang, first off, have yet to play each other, which is crazy to me. I feel like there had to have been a time during, like this time last season where they would have ran into each other, but I guess not. They're about 155 ranks apart. I'm sorry, 105 ranks apart. Looking at Jerry Shang, he just beat Zizou Bergs in a 3-setter. Quite impressive. We haven't seen Nakashima since the second round in the U.S. Open where he lost to Jeremy Kim. But he did end up losing that in a 5-setter, which he previously won against Jesper de Jong. So, losing to Zverev in Cincinnati right before that, but beating Alex Blocks, and then losing to Ben Shelton in 3 sets, and then beating Ethan Quinn. It just seems like this is kind of the trajectory he's on. He's probably going to beat Jerry Shang here, but I don't think so. Being as though Ben did just beat him in 3 sets with 2 tie breaks, I feel like that could be kind of the same here. I feel like we could be seeing more of the same here. Maybe, just maybe, we could be seeing more of the same here. I could be tripping. I could be tripping. But Shang is only 4-5 this season. He ended last season being 25-11. That was before the injuries. Ended the entire season across all services, 42-28. And then Brandon Nakashima, B-Knock, is 15-11, 28-23 this season. With a 60% win rate on the hard court, but Jerry Shang has a 64% win rate. So what are we thinking? Let's see what they're priced at. I didn't even look. Goodness me. Nakashima's the favorite at -148. Fair enough. I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't excited to bet on my Americans. But I just can't trust the 2 Americans I have here. This is where they have to earn my trust back. And I'm okay with watching. But because we have Shang at this really good place, as a dog, maybe, oh my god, dude, come on, -900 at +5.5 on the game spread, but 3.5 is -230. You can keep a game close. Let me see. Who was he beating last year when he won that title? Jerry Shang? Musetti? Bublik? Safulin and Hoffman. Okay, yeah. And Nishikori. Yeah. If Nakashima was there, if that was a pretty weird little like lineup of people to be going up against. Damn, he always beats Bublik. That's crazy. He ain't going for that shit. That's hilarious. Anyway, I'll say this. I'm rooting for Jerry Shang, but I want Nakashima, I want him to win because he's American. But I'm rooting for Jerry Shang because I'm a Jerry Shang fan. I like how the boy plays. And I don't really know what's going to happen in this one, to be quite honest. There's going to be an upset out of one of these 4 matches for sure. I just don't know who's going to be the one. There's not really an upset for the Sonego Giron match because both of these guys are minus money to win. So the Okano match could be a little. The Shang match could be a little. I'll be taking Shang, Giron, and Zhou most likely on DraftKings, but probably won't be playing anything for them other than maybe the 3-setter. I like the 3-setter. So that's about all I have for you guys for today, unfortunately. But we will reconvene very, very soon. In a few hours, I will be back. I'm off for a few days, so we're going to be consistently coming at you with some tennis, all right? I love you all. I'll catch you in the next one. Be smooth and be nice to each other.